Welcome to Wednesday Night Skill Building. My name is Debbie Barnett, and most of you do know me. For those of you that don't, I am pleased to meet you and happy to have you joining us in tonight. I do these live streams regularly. Every Sunday night we do Siamese Sundays, and on Wednesday we do skill building. If you're not playing Siamese already, and you want to learn how to play, you can come in on Sunday nights. I do this on Sunday from 7 to 9. And for Wednesday night, it's all about helping you guys navigate through the tiles, the Charleston passes, switching hands, and a lot of fun stuff. And you can watch me get really stressed when my tiles aren't coming in and the bots win in the first 33 tiles of the game. Well, it doesn't always happen, but let me tell you, last week was one of those nights. So I want to see how it goes tonight. It's all fun and it's all a learning experience. And for you guys that have been here every week, you know that I welcome the help during the evening. I don't always see everything. I try to see as much as I can, but I miss stuff too. And you sometimes have really great suggestions. So I want to add that into what I'm keeping track of. Here we are at ilovemahj.com, and this is where I do all my live streams. I am an affiliate of I Love Mahj. Well, for a few reasons. One most important reason is that I find it is one of the most intuitive Mahjong gaming sites out there. I have played on almost all of them. So I do know the differences and the nuances of them. And even on this site, they have a comparison chart of what they offer compared to others. And there's definitely things that they offer that the other platforms don't. One of the big things is this exercise room right here. And the exercise room is a great place to help you learn the card. You just can go through each of the exercises, which I'm not going to do tonight, but you can go through. They're very intuitive. If not, there's a place to click to learn more here about each one of these exercises, but they're pretty intuitive, to be honest. And you can also email me if you have any questions. But the other thing I love about this site is that their bots have intelligence built into them. So if you're a brand new player, you could play at the beginner against the beginner level bots and then move yourself up as you start winning more mahjongs. If you're winning a lot of mahjongs, that's kind of your clue to say, oh boy, I need to move up. Because I definitely don't win a lot of mahjongs against the advanced bots. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on that. The other thing that's nice is that you can schedule a game with friends. I think the other sites have that too, and you can also play at a personal table with friends. I don't recommend the live usually on this site only because there is not a way to tell what level someone is. So you go live, you could be hooked up with a beginner, you could be a beginner being hooked up with an advanced player. So that's not the best scenario to be in, to be honest with you. So I don't know if at some point they will add that in there. It might be good. I think it's on their list of things to do. But in any event, it's just a great site and I love it. And they are the only site currently that has the Siamese Mahjong on it. That's really cool. So if you like that, if you like Siamese Mahjong, this is a great place to come in and practice Siamese Mahjong. So that's another reason. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and start playing here. I'm going to click on Play with Bots. I play the official game. And if you were a new player and you didn't want your stats recorded, because they under your account, you could see your stats where they'll keep track of the hands you've made, how many wins, how many losses, and all that. It's just really detailed, what you rank on the site. All that will be there. But if you click on just for fun, it's just going to be a fun game with no pressure at all. If you enable practice mode, they'll give you hand suggestions. I would prefer my students not to use enable practice mode because I don't want you to get dependent on looking at something else telling you what to play. That's just my feeling, but you certainly can if you want to. All right, so here we're going to go launch the game. And here's where you could change things again if you wanted to, if you accidentally had a higher level bot or you decided, you know what, I'm going to try a higher level. Here's where you could change it again. The card does not automatically change from 2024 to 2025. Please be aware of that. But once you change it to 2025, it'll be locked in. And the timer is a good thing for newer players. This will help guide you as to how long it's going to take you to make a decision on a discard. You could choose 10 seconds, and if you run out of time, there's a pause button, so you really don't have to worry too much about it. But if you can get down to the 4-second mode for most of your discards, deciding on your discards and discarding your own tile, that would be optimal. And we all know that there are times we all say, I need a second to think about this. Okay, because you're torn between two things and you're just like having to figure out what you want to do. We all have that happen at times. I leave it off tonight because I talk through things and I don't want to have to worry about hitting a pause button and losing a opportunity. So that's the way I do it. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and start the game.
First Charleston.
And is this Wednesday night no joker night again? But I always sort my tiles by suit, and I do have a pair of Souths. We don't know what we'll do with them, but I do sort my tiles by suit. That gives me a great visual of whether I have multiples in one suit. It doesn't stay like this for long, but certainly this is how I like to start out. So this is how a lot of what I do is what I talk about tonight is how I teach in person or online at my online school. So I'm going to start with my multiples and I just move them right up to the front. Now I am aware that I have those Souths, so maybe I'll be keeping those, but for right now, I want to look at the suit tiles, okay? So when I look at the 8s, I think, okay, it's an even number. So now I'm going to move my even numbers together. And notice I'm not just moving all the same suit even numbers. I'm moving them all together. And the reason is there's 2 and 3 suits used in every category. So you're not going to just want to keep one. And I know that's sometimes hard for a beginner not to do, but you want to keep all of the numbers in that category. So that's what I do right now. Now, what else can I keep track of? Well, I have one more 8. So this could also be like numbers. And while I'm keeping like numbers, since dragons play a pretty important part in that category this year, I'm going to keep my dragon. And this year, my philosophy is to avoid to avoid passing dragons during the Charleston. Last year, I wasn't as concerned, but I don't like to pass soaps because they are our Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde tile. They have a dual role. So they're a little bit more important. So this year, I'm trying to hold on to all of my dragons. And if I don't need them, I'll just discard them early. So that's that. So now I've got any like numbers, a little bit of 2, 4, 6, 8. And now by doing that, I've got these odds here together. And there's a couple of things I could do with this if I want. I could be keeping my sevens, if I wanted to, is another option for like numbers, or not, but I could. But I also want to see what can I put in here in case 2, 4, 6, 8 doesn't come to fruition. What else can I use in here, like in our family of runs? So with 8, I'm always going to be thinking of a few numbers before and numbers after. Of course, we can only go to 9, so I might want to do more before. So in this case, I want to keep the 7, I want to keep the 6, and I even want to keep the 5. Now I have to look at these souths to see if there's any reason right now that I want to keep those. And I've only got 2 wins. And so the hand that would come to mind for me would be line number 5, which is north-south with odd like numbers. And I'm not feeling it too much, even though I have 2 7s. I'm not really feeling it. And I almost want to keep the 9 too, but let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a lot of times when I do my runs, what I do is once I think of what I'm keeping, I also try to think about a 2-suit run, because our 2-suit run is the easiest run in the consecutive run category, but our 2 pungs and 2 kongs are always our easiest hand on the card because you could use jokers everywhere. So I looked here and I said, oh, I can have 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I wanted to keep the souths for any reason, I maybe could, but let me just see here. So I definitely I don't know if I'm going to even want to do that, but for now, I'm going to keep, let's see, 5, 6, 7. I know there's a hand under consecutive run with 3 singles, so that 5, 6, 7, 8 is there already. The other suit 9 isn't. Of course, I don't have flowers, but this game is not about what we don't have. It's about what our possibilities are. So I think, let me just try this for right now. I mean, I am aware that I have a 3 crack, a 9 crack, and a 6 BM, 3, 6, 9. I just can't keep everything, although I would love to, but that's not how the game works. So I've got a lot to keep track of right now. What you want to do, if possible, is keep as many options open. You don't want to pick one hand right now from the get-go, and that's it. Will you make Mahjong? Maybe once in a while, but it's going to be more because you were lucky and picked the tiles and you picked jokers in. So just know that more opportunities, more flexibility allows you to make more Mahjong. So let's see how this is going to work. I would like to keep that 7, but I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me, maybe not. We'll see. Let's see what kind of direction I get in here. So now, of course, I gave away, well, not that I gave away, but I wasn't thinking in terms of odds at all. And I did give away a 7 dot, but this is not heading where I want it to head right now. So I'm going to stay the course. I'm not going to get off track at this moment. I'm just going to keep going right now and hope that I get in something that fills in some of this. Oh my goodness, another 3. Okay, so I did get in a 5 and 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's see about that second hand from the bottom, if anything could come in there. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have no 5s right now, but it really does look like I'm headed into the run area of the card. It really does. So I could do runs here, I could do 5, 6. If I get a 7 crack, I could do 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could keep track of all of that right now. So I think 2, 4, 6, 8 is not really strong for me. So I'm going to give up that so I have tiles to pass. I know I passed to south earlier. If somebody's collecting wins, they could end up with this. I don't know. Or I could do this. And that's a very pretty pass. Okay, we could talk about this for just a minute. You know, you could look at this and be like, oh, 2 and 4, same category, 2, 4, 6, 8. You could be like, oh, this is a run, 2, 3, 4. We're always going to have good tiles. I mean, there's nothing we can do to not. If I wanted to try to make it a little bit more benign, I can do this, but I'm still going to, I mean, eventually I'm going to pass it out the south. I have a feeling. So don't beat yourself up too much about what you pass. Follow a couple of rules that I recommend, and one is don't pass flowers during the Charleston because they could be a gift, and there's so many hands. A third, give or take a few or more than a third, on the card have flowers. And also don't pass a pair. Other than that, don't beat yourself up if you have to pass something. So I'm going to go ahead, I think, and start and get rid of this. I've got some good things that could happen. I don't know. Of course, you know, I didn't even look at the singles and pairs category at all, but I got that 7 back and I got another 9. All right, well, we're going to have to play around with this a little bit. Nonetheless, look what I have here. Continue the Charleston. Well, of course, I'm going to continue the Charleston. There is no experienced player that would stop the Charleston unless they did not have 3 tiles to pass and they had 1 really good hand. That's really the way you need to play. Why do you need to play that way? Well, because you get to look at 12 more tiles, potentially 12 more, at least 9 for sure. And then with the optional, it could be 3 more. So you don't want to stop it because you could definitely be giving up on something that's really, really important. So let's break it down a little bit more and take a look at our hands that we have going on here. So for the run here, we've got the 8s and 9s here. And so we do have 6, 7, 8, 9. I would even like it if we had 7 cracks and it wasn't 9 cracks, but still we've got some really good stuff going on right there. We do have a little bit of like numbers with 8s, but with my multiples of 5s and 9s, it almost doesn't make sense to do that. All right. Does it make sense to keep the 7 and 8? Well, I've got 5, 6 bam and 7, 8 dot for a 2 suit run. You know, I mean, I want to keep all of this right here. I don't want to get rid of any of that. And let's look at that hand that we were talking about earlier. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's line number 4 under consecutive run. I mean, that's pretty. This needs to get some flowers and a few good picks and jokers. So I certainly want to keep track of that. And I don't want to get rid of anything really from my hand except for this. Is that a good pass? You bet your boopy it is, right? 2 like numbers and a red. It's taken a chance. Is Kurt playing with that number out of 1 through 9? Maybe. But I don't want to break up anything else that I have going on right now. I'm going to continue.
Second Charleston.
I'm going to hold my breath and hope that Kurt is not playing those. And I got another 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is really looking very nice. I also have 7 bam, 8 dot, 9 crack, for a 3-suit run, which is the third hand down under consecutive run on the right side. Yes, I definitely need flowers, and I only need 2 8 dots for that hand this year because the middle number is our pair this year. So that kind of sucks a little bit. Excuse my French. Okay, now what else am I going to keep? So I'd like to keep the 5. Is the 7 more important to keep? Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8, 9, which I already have. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, 5, 6, 7, 8 is, I definitely don't want to get rid of that because I've got the 2-suit run right here. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want to get rid of that either. And here comes a toughie, okay? Because then I have to decide, am I going to break up the 8? And I think so, because I can keep track of 5, 6, 7, 8 dot, 9 crack, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and break up the 8 crack. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So here we go. Hopefully I'll get something in. No, I did not get anything else in that I would really want to keep. I think I've got some good options right now, and I'm going to go ahead and pass these.
Courtesy pass.
Nope. So I'll do 3 here. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me just make sure I got everything good. And I got that red back. Not that I need it, but I got that red back. Isn't that funny? So I definitely don't need it. So let's talk a little bit about prioritizing our discards. As a general rule of thumb, I want to get rid of anything that came into me at the end of the Charleston. Sometimes players have to break their hand up, and you don't want to hold on to a tile that you're left with for any longer than you have to. I like to get rid of anything I'm not playing with that I had in my hand the whole Charleston, or the 8 crack, which I gave out. Somebody might have. That's another reason to get that out right away. The earlier you get out tiles that you think your opponents need or that are not already on the table, the better off you are, because you're going to make it harder for them to make their hand. They're probably not ready to make a call. And even if they do call, it's better to have them call for exposure than for Mahjong. So in this case, I'll start with the 8, and then I'll do wins. Always get out early if you're not playing them. With our news hand in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and the one in Winds and Dragons. If somebody's working on those hands, the last thing we want to do is hold our wins for any longer than we have to. Same thing with dragons. You're not using them, get them out early. There's a lot of single dragons on this year's card and pairs. So let's get started, and I'll do the 8. And so right now, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, and then single 5, 6, 7, 8 dot, 9 crack. Both of those are under consecutive run.
8 crack. Flower. 2
I
crack.
would have liked that.
8 crack.
Now, the 8 crack that I thought was going to be important wasn't so important. Okay, I'm going to continue with what I had left from the Charleston as discards first.
East. So 9 bam. 8 bam.
And I broke up south. So that says to me, somebody could be holding them. I need to get it out. So I'm going to, either one is important right now, but I think the south might be more important than the red. So I'm kind of breaking my rule a little bit, but no, it's still the same sort of thing. I passed 2 during the Charleston. So I'm going to get this out.
South. 7 dot.
Okay, so of course I can't call that. I have no jokers. I'd
Four
like
crack.
it in my hand.
1 bam.
Okay, and I'm gonna do my red.
Red. 5 crack. 2 bam. 2 dot.
Will I get any, I moved the 2 dot in because I see one went out and there's no 5 dots or 6 dots out, so that tells me those go first. Will I get any jokers tonight or pick any of my tiles? We'll see.
6 dot.
Don't answer
3
that,
dot.
Debbie, if you're on.
6 crack. 6 dot.
Ah, would you believe it? I got a joker. We don't know where it's going to go right now, so I stick it up front.
5 dot. 2 bam. North. 9 dot. Call. East. 5 bam.
All right. So for 5, 6, 7, 8, I mean, I could certainly go grab it right now, but I'm not going to grab it and lock myself into one hand at this point. It's too early. This is another thing very challenging for beginner players. They're like, oh, I got 2. I could call 1, but I don't want to lock myself into that 1 yet. So I'm going to just hold off and ignore it. Okay.
2 dot. 1 dot.
You know, I need 2 more good picks to be able to call everything. I need a flower. I prefer to use flowers and not jokers and flowers because they go immediately.
South.
And I need 1 more for the 9 crack. Let's see if I
1
can
dot.
get some lucky picks in. Nope. The fork, everything is out now, so now I could double up. And it's early to start doubling up. I always get asked the question, wouldn't it be better to repeat a tile that's already on the table than a fresh tile? And I'm like, no, you've got plenty time. We only have, right now, we're at 70 tiles and we're in the begin game. The first 99 tiles, you have 99 tiles, the first 33 down to 66, from 99 to 66, the first third of the game, the begin game. You have plenty of time to start duplicating. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's go ahead.
8 bam. Green. 4 bam. Call. 8 bam.
We have a 4 bam available for Joker exchange. Okay. Knowing that 2 went out recently, I will make that not as priority as the 4. The 4 went out pretty early. Of course, when the tiles are scattered around the table, it's harder to tell, but I see 3 8 bams out. So it just shows me the 4 is more of a priority to get out.
4 crack. 1 dot. 9 bam. 2 crack.
And we'll get
Red.
that out.
2 bam. 1 bam. 4 dot.
Definitely got to get, well, there's 1 out earlier. So I was thinking there wasn't 1 out, but there is 1 out.
So green. Red. 2 crack.
Now, 1, 2 east were out.
West.
But no
West.
matter what, I want to get it out because if somebody's playing news, we don't know.
6 dot. 8 crack.
Okay, so obviously I don't need that for my 5, 6, 7 hand at all. And I don't think it's going to make sense to go to anything else at this point, although it could be, no, I don't. The 8 would be a pair for 7, 8, 9. So this is not going to make sense to keep.
7 bam. 3 crack. 7 bam. 5 crack. Call. 6 crack.
Okay, now we've got 2 exposures up with 5 cracks and jokers available for exchange, and the 9, the pung of 9. So 5 cracks with a pung of 9s looks like the second hand.
Kong of 9s.
A Kong, sorry. a pund of fives and a Kong of nines. Looks like line 2 on the right side for 5779. And is there anything we could have there? I don't think so. So I think that is the hand that he's playing. And here goes a 6 crack. Not that he needs it, but here goes a 6 crack. So we got some joker exchanges to keep track of here.
1 crack.
Another 6 crack.
6 crack. So
I need another good pick.
9 crack.
Okay, so there's a 1-9 crack. You know, I could call this right now and hope I get a flower or two. It's going to be a challenge for sure. And it's a Kong. And so sometimes it's one of those things where, what are we going to do here? What's going to make sense to do? Call or not? Okay, I call on my experts who are out there. Give me a vote. Call it and pray that I get at least another joker and a flower or a flower. You know, well, we know Annie isn't using flowers, but Kurt can be using flowers, and we don't know what Amistad's doing. And we're at 44 tiles, so there's 33 left. So, yeah, I mean, here's where I am for that hand. I'm 4 tiles away from that hand. So Agnes says don't call. Jackie says call. Randy says call. Cheryl says call. Oh my God. We have 1, 2. Okay, Hannah, my prize student, Hannah, who's an amazing player today. I want to say, yeah, because I helped her get there. But Hannah, what do you say? What do you say? Put it in chat. I've got another call. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got 5 calls. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna call it. My gut says don't call it, but then again, that 9 crack could be at the very end of the wall, the other one. I have to take a chance and we'll just see what happens. I got to pray. I just need 2 more good picks to call a flower if it goes out. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. Ah!
Call.
So nerve-wracking. Okay, so now I see Annie has this up here. Now that I'm not playing the other hand at all, I'm now sitting with her tile, which I should have paid more attention to before, but I have to, there's 1 7 dot out. I have to send it out. If I give her Mahjong and there's over a full third of the game left, I can't beat myself up over it, and nobody else should. And of course, there would be no reason to hold on to it, because if I hold on to it any longer than getting it out now, I am for sure not going to be able to make my hand, because then I'll be guaranteed to give her tile. So keep your fingers crossed.
7 dot call. 4 dot.
Okay, it was a call, not for Mahjong, but now she's got 3 exposures up. So if I pick a 7 crack, let's see how many 7 cracks went out. None. Oh my God, she's probably set. She's probably waiting right now for her Mahjong tile.
1 dot.
God, unbelievable. All right, well, we know the 6 is good. Now let's look at the 5. There are several 6s that went out already. The 5, bam, another 1 went out early. It's another tile that Kurt could be using. Again, I got to get it out now if I want to make my hand.
5 bam. 4 dot. Green. So.
God, I just want 1 tile. I know I have that single 6 but some reason I don't remember seeing any others or hearing. So this could be another needed tile. But again, I got to get it out.
6 bam. Joker swap. 4 crack.
Boy, that was quick. They get me nervous the way it happens so fast.
East. 6 dot.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so I got a hot tile. So when this happens, and I am right now, once I discard 3 tiles away from Mahjong, I am not going to throw the 7 crack. But if somebody else throws it and Annie can't call it, then I'll immediately get it out. So it's kind of like the follow the leader sort of strategy. But 3 exposures, okay, that's crazy. Chances are she's going to Mahjong anyway. But let's hope that she doesn't. So
6 crack. 6 bam.
I knew I was going to get that darn 7
bam.
crack.
West.
Okay, let's see. Anything else? I know. Wow, oh no, there's one here. Only one. Amistad, you've been very quiet tonight. No, 2 9 bams out.
9 bam. Flower.
Ah, there's my flower.
Call. 3 bam.
There's 3 of them, and 1 out. 4. Okay, I've got a joker swap here. Annie, may I have your joker, please?
Joker swap.
That would be a flower. Now I'm going to be in big trouble because of the fact that I've got that darn 7 crack. Jeez.
8 bam. 9 bam. Joker swap. Mah Jongg.
Okay, so she was a self-picked Mahjong. As suspected, she was on a set for, I always say on call for Mahjong, so I would have given her Mahjong. So I saved myself from losing 10 points. But, if I hadn't picked the 7 crack, I would have been sitting 1 tile away, from being able to call that a flower for Mahjong. So it came in nicely. You're not going to win every game. There's 4 players. You have a 25% chance of winning. You're not going to always win, but if your hand comes in nice, then you have to be very happy and pleased with, how things turned out. Oh, Deb said, please adjust. Oh no, Leslie said, please adjust. I can't believe I have to do that all the time. And I forgot where I do that. Adjust the chat. Where do I do that? Participants can chat with, now I remembered, everyone. I had to go in after and look online at the settings and see if I can make that a permanent change. I just changed it, so everybody can see what everybody writes. You guys couldn't see the vote in on the call. But let's see. Annie was playing, we know, 5779. Amistad was playing, look at that, north and south with like number 3s. That's why we got to get those wins out early. You just never know. And he had his single, he had his pair. That's line 5, by the way. Winds and Dragons, line 5. And only 2 tiles away from Mahjong. Kurt was playing consecutive run line 4, the same hand I'm playing. Okay, let's look at the remaining tiles. Look at all we have 2 flowers left in there and we have only 1 joker. Oh, I could have done it. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Oh my goodness. I only needed 1. I was not going to be stingy. I only needed 1 good pick to be set, for God's sake. Okay, let's play another one.
First Charleston.
Oh, no jokers again. Oh my God, do we want to force the singles and pairs first and then switch out if we have to? I don't know. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile. Could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, line 4. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. With like pairs. I mean, I could certainly do that. But let's see what else is here. Okay, Randy said 1s and 9s. Flowers, 1s and 9s. I usually don't look at that unless I have part of that one, the 10. Let's see. If I were to do it, I don't want to get rid of those 2s because working off of my multiples, you know, I see that run here, 1, 2. If I were to do a singles and pairs line 5, I could see what happens if I have some tiles to pass for a little bit. I don't know, it might be fun. It might be fun. I mean, I don't have any jokers. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, I did get the pair. 1 pair of 9s. I mean, I'm missing stuff, but if I'd have to do, what did I pass? The north or the south just now? Oh my God. Okay, Leslie, have a good evening. Thanks for coming in. Sorry you have to leave early. Does anybody remember, did I just pass a north or a south? You can put it in chat. That would be great. You guys have, somebody has to remember. It doesn't matter at this point. I'm going to try that one. I'm keeping my eye on it. Nope. Wow. This is going to be it. I'm going to continue, of course.
Second Charleston.
This is not the way I would want this to work out. So, but we're still, oh my goodness. Nobody's playing these tiles. We're all playing the same exact tiles. Sometimes it feels that way. Okay. Well, now 1, 3, 5 is missing, 7, 9. They all have to be pairs and another 9 in 9 cracks. Darn, that's nice. What's my backup going to be? I have to have a fallout. Of course, we can go to 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, but I best keep that 7. I'm going to do 2 on the last right, which is a blind pass. Oh. Randy said, hold on, but please, honey, can you unmute if you have to talk to me? Oh, he's typing. Oh, that's what I'm talking about is singles and pairs. That's what I'm keeping track of right here. One. What? I'm sorry?
I'm
Oh,
sorry, 8989 singles and pairs. You were getting a lot of 8s and 8s and 7s,
oh,
or a lot
no.
of 8s through the Charleston.
Yeah, but look at all of this for the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 one right here. Okay, I'm going to do this
Courtesy pass.
and I'll do 2. And I got, no, I won't do 2. Never mind. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I was going to keep this for another when if I have to back out of it, I might need that 7. So I do know now these 2s were in my hand the entire time. So I don't want to send it out now. It's not smart to send out a brand new fresh tile at the end of the Charleston as much as I want to, because I am like, well, I've been getting toward the end, but it's not the smart thing to do. Although I could discard this right away. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. It's not my best choice of doing this, but
So,
whatever. Okay. So for priority, 2 will go first. Now,
crack.
I am going to try the
Eight
1, 3,
crack.
5, 7, 9. I always say if you don't have jokers, you can try them. They're baby bits of the bigger hand, so I could just, if I start getting a lot of jokers or all my my tiles go out to make the pair, I can just bump over into 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And I'll keep this for a little bit, not because of the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 category necessarily, but if I were to get another 1 dot, maybe I'll get another 1 crack before I get 9 cracks. I don't know. That's just kind of my weird thinking. Okay, these dragons went around and around and around. Excuse me, but I'll get them out anyway. Oh, and maybe, hold on. Maybe I need to keep that green, and maybe I should have kept it for line 3 of 1, 3, 5. All right, I'll keep it for a little bit.
Red.
Kind of late now to go back to that.
2 dot. North.
Oh my goodness, I can't keep everything, but the 2 I'll get out.
2 crack. 4 crack. So 2 dot.
Okay, there's 1 more tile toward that hand. Man, that's a toughie here. Okay, we'll do 3 dot. Probably not going to use this, but wanted to keep another
3 dot.
option
9
for
dot. East. 1 dot.
okay, 5, 7, 7, 9. I don't need that.
5 crack. 8 dot. Red. 4 crack.
This is going to be
3 crack. 4
interesting.
dot. 6 crack. 4 bam.
Okay, we'll keep that.
1 dot. 1 bam.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I just want to peek at this card for a second. 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5. Okay, well, I'm not taking that.
1 dot. 7 dot.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm better off keeping, I need the 9s, but I'm better off keeping the greens right now. I'm going to probably have to end up getting rid of the flowers because it doesn't look like I'm going to need those unless I were to do the 5th hand down. And those are single 1, 3, 5s with 7 and 9s and 1 or 2 suits. Oh my goodness.
7 dot. Green.
Flexibility galore. All right. Okay, where are we with this? That's a Kong of 1s and 1 just I let go. And that's a Pung of 3s, and I can't call that. That's a Kong of 5s. And this is the only thing I could really call that makes sense. So it doesn't make sense. Okay.
1 crack. 3 crack. Call. West.
We've got 3 cracks and 2 joker exchanges, which could change the course of my hand. You never know.
1 crack.
8 bam.
8 bam. Joker swap. 8 crack.
Of course.
Red. 8 crack. 2 bam. 9 bam.
1 out now.
Green.
I can't go with that.
9 crack.
9 crack. I want it.
Call. 6 bam.
Guess what that means? I have to switch out. Okay. I wish I kept that 7 dot in a way, but maybe not so way. All right, ignore. I need to get jokers, of course. I need jokers.
4 dot. 7 bam. Call. 6 dot.
Oh, I had some fierce competition with my tiles. I was feeling that during the Charleston too.
7 dot. 9 bam.
Look at that. All right, so we've got here Pung Kong, Pung Kong. So 5-7. He could be playing two things here. 5-7, 7-9, which is line number 2 on the right side, or 7-8-9, consecutive run line 3 on the right side. Or is there anything else? Yep. He could be playing line 5 of 1-3-5-7-9 as well on the right side. Golly. Golly. This is kind of, you want to ask me the truth, this is pretty ugly. So I would want to keep the 1-3-5. Now, what else would I possibly keep here? I have no clue. I mean, I can't look at like numbers. He's got my 9.
Joker swap.
Oh, shoot. Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Oh my God, how did I miss that? Thank you for pointing that out. I'm so good at doing that. So that should help a little bit. But Amistad, may I have your joker, please?
Joker swap.
Oh my God, Debbie said joker exchange. Thank you, Debbie. I wasn't looking, was I? Okay, so 3-5-7. 1-3-5 dragon. What are we gonna do? Anybody have any good suggestions?
Line 5.
What's that?
Line 5.
Well, line 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 5 with the flowers, 1-3-5-7-9. He's got my 7s. I'd have to have a lot of jokers for that. What
No,
about
you
on the
7
other?
dots.
Oh, no, I would need 7 cracks. Right? Are you talking about line 5, right? On the right side? 1, 3, 5. And if he's playing 5-7-7-9, then he's my partner with the 7 cracks. But 1-3-5-7-9, I could call the 9 dot, I could call the flower. And I need 2 more picks for that. That's not a bad hand, to be honest. So what else would I keep? The 1-3-5 with the greens, I'd need to keep everything except for this, except for the 9 bam. Okay, so this is line 5 right here, where I could call the flower, I could call the 9. The 9 dots out. All right, it's still a possibility. And then the 1-3-5 with the greens. If I get some more jokers, I don't think I need the 9 bam at all. So, and Debbie said line 3, and we've got line 5 that Randy said. I think he was looking at that. He said he was looking at the wrong thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead with the 9 bam.
9 bam. 4 dot. Joker swap. Mah Jongg.
Okay. Now, let's just look at how many tiles are left. Okay. 53 tiles left. We are just into the middle game. That is really fast. Really fast. And I didn't even have a chance. I was like so far from both hands. But Amistad was playing flowers 7-8-9. That was one of our choices. And the winner was playing north-south with 3s. And then Kurt, flowers 2-4-6-8, the single 2-4-6-8. Oh, he was far from that hand. He needed the other 6s and the other suit. Oh my goodness. And they were still in the wall or in the discards. Let's see, 6 bams. No, he didn't need 6 bams. He needed 6 dots. And they were all, yeah. Yeah. Now Debbie just said, I've been seeing games ending early with this card, both online and in person. Online, I'm not sure how that could be, only because they're picking randomly, just like the humans are picking randomly. In person, God, we've been having a lot of wall games in person with my group, but maybe I haven't played enough to really know. But anyway,
Charleston.
let's start again. Oh my God, I'm in shock. I'm in Joker shock. Not sticker shock, Joker shock. Whoa, look at this. I've got, whoops, I didn't mean to move that. So I've got lots of pairs right here. Ones, fours, sevens, and eights. Well, let's see what we can put together and which one of these babies might work the best for us to keep. I could get rid of these guys right now and see what comes in. That might be my best option. I'd like a 4 plus 7 equals 11 hand this year, but I can't materialize that. But look at how pretty that would have been. I've got a little disconnect between these tiles as far as connecting a run right now. I've got 7, 8. So what about, Debbie said singles and pair, line 1, keep the wins. Keep the wins. God. Huh. I don't know. I'm not sure that makes any sense with 2 jokers, Deb. I'm sorry. You know, when I agree, but when I don't think it's going to make sense for me, I have to honestly say it's not going to make sense. So, okay, so I'm not doing that. I need to get a tile in that's going to help me know what direction to go in here. And nothing gave me any direction. Oh my goodness. Now, if I think I'm going to get wins back, like Debbie said, and then I'm going to call it the Debbie hand, the run would have to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So either one I would have to do, and I wouldn't be using the jokers. It just doesn't make sense to abandon those jokers right now. I have a little run, 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know. Somebody's going to end up with all these wins. Yeah. Somebody's going to, either everybody's going to pass them because they're not working in their favor, or they're going to, this is just the, oh, golly. I've got to continue, but I've got to keep that dragon for line 5 consecutive run. 7, 8 dragons. So since the 4 can be connected with 4, 5, no, they can't even be connected. Well, they could be 4, 5, 6, 7. Lord, this is really ugly.
Charleston.
This is where a lot of the beginner players would want to stop it. Debbie says, I'm a gambler. I know you're a gambler. I'm usually a gambler too, you have to admit, when I have no jokers. Oof, wow, this is really tough. Finally, I finally got something that goes with something. Finally did. All right, so 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. I would like to have those in my hand for either way with either suit. The bottom concealed hand, 678, 678, but I gotta get rid of something. So what are we gonna do? We only need 4 in a row here unless I get 5s and 9s. So I guess this is what's gonna be. I'm really pouting. Oh my goodness gracious, those winds.
Courtesy pass.
This is really going to be something else. Something else. Should I keep? I got rid of a 4, didn't I? I got rid of the 4s. 2, 4, 6, 8 might have not been a good possibility. All right. I guess I could do, let's see. I did pass a 1. I did pass a 4. I guess I'll do 3. I mean, this is really ugly, honestly. God, sometimes when I'm editing my
down.
videos, oh, look at this, 7, 8 again. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness, I can't call this right now. I have no flowers. If I had a flower, I maybe would have done it. I think I'm going to hold that. Just possibility for line number 6.
3 crack. Flower. Call. 1 bam.
Yo, yo, yo. All right, what was left after the Charleston? This has to, oh, that went out already, so we'll do these first. 7, 8, 7, 8. Thinking of last year's hand.
7 crack. 4 bam. So.
Again, I need a lot of help.
7 crack.
I mean, that helps.
8 crack. 2 bam. 2 bam. 3 crack.
Give me one more good one. Crack. Okay. I hate it when I have like one suit thing going on. Oh my God. I mean, could be a few hands, but still.
Joker swap. 5 crack.
I knew that was going to go
1
quickly.
crack.
Okay, 2 bams, two are out, 4 bams out, 1 bam's out, 3 dots not out. That will go first.
3 dot. 5 crack. 4 bam.
I'm going to stay on until I
5 dot.
mahjong, even if we're here till 10 o'clock. Just kidding. Geez. Okay, this was passed. So let's see what happens.
7 dot call. 9 bam.
Some things are very predictable. Of course, I'd love that in my hand, but would I call that and put up all those jokers? No way.
5 crack.
Okay. That's fresh. Got to get that out.
4 crack. 7 crack. 3 bam. 9 dot.
Again.
6 crack. 1 dot. 2 crack. 9 crack.
Gee.
3 crack. 7 bam.
Okay, let's take a peek. Oh, all right. Line number 5. 6, 7, 8. The 7 is the pung. If we were to play 5, 6, 7, 8, let's just say in a run, if I get 5 bams, the 7 would be in a pung position in both places. So that would be line 2 on the left side, where the 7 would be in the pung position, and line 5. If I can't lock into pretty much anything else at this point, unless I want to lock into 6, 7, 8, run line 3, which uses 4 flowers. I would need that 7. So Debbie said there are 10 hands on the card with pungs of sevens. Yeah. Yep. There's a ton of them. Are you including all of the consecutive runs too, Deb? When you say there are 7 hands? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, but that's not including consecutive run. Dots aren't being discarded or wins. Yeah. We're at 68 tiles. We've just gone through almost the first 33, the first of, God. What do you think I should do here? I could call that 7 for line number 5 with no flowers. And know that this, if I get 5s, I can use 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I'll call it. I'll call it. All right, so I'm going to call it for pung.
Call.
And
1 bam. Green.
maybe green. Without, there's no greens out yet. Oh my goodness gracious. I use up a joker there. And 6 has to be a pair. The 8 is a pung, and the flowers are a pair. I can't call this one right now. I have to let it go. Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, this one I can't call yet. I'm going to let this first one go. Oh,
1 bam. 4 dot.
this is just a tough night. All righty. Now, since I didn't consider that, let's see, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. The 6th hand down. Now that I have those, I could call the 6. The 7 is there. I can call the 8. If I got a red, I'd be in kind of nice situation. So that's another hand to keep track of. Line 6. Oh my God. Help me, please.
2 bam. 1 bam. Flower.
Oh, jeez. That's a pair. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ignore.
3 crack.
6 dot is not out. So we got to get that out because there are none out. And whatever.
6 dot. Call. 9
All
crack.
right. That was predictable.
1 dot.
Okay. We talked about the 5, 6, 7, 8,
4 bam. East.
which is the pung kong.
1 crack. 3 bam. 3 bam. 6 dot.
Now the 6, 7 up there gets me a little concerned because he could be playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 suitor 2. He could also be playing line 5 under consecutive with soaps, but no, I don't think so because there's 1 out already. So
Joker swap.
saying probably.
Line 1, 2.
What'd you say?
Line 1 also.
Oh, line 1 in the run. Yep. Good call there. Ignore.
Call. 9 bam.
Aha.
8 bam.
Okay. Now what do we do? If I call the 8 bam, I can call the 5 bam with a joker and hope I get 1 more pick for the 6 bam. And then I would be playing 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to say, I think that's the way I got to go. We're now into the middle game. I'm going to go ahead and try it. What the heck? Nice thing is, if I do get a red, I could still be playing line 6, 6, 7, 8, because the 8 is going to be in the Kong position. Now, though I know that's a little more advanced for beginners to wrap their brain around, but if you look at line 6, and I'm doing it with a 6, 7, 8 run, the 8, which I'm calling for a Kong right now, is also in the Kong position for the second line, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm calling it.
Call.
And we're getting rid of this.
Green. 3 dot. Flower. 8 crack.
Mm-hmm. I don't need that. Definitely don't need that, but he may need that, or she may need that. But I have 47 tiles left. I don't want to give up on this yet.
9 dot. Mah Jongg.
And I gave it to her. Oh my God. This is torturous. Stop whining, Debbie. Wow. I mean, it is interesting. What, Randy?
I'll bring you the whiny stone.
Oh, no, thank you. It is interesting though, because I've only won one game out of I don't know how many with the new card. So it is interesting. And I know I've seen a lot of comments online about it, but they assure everybody that they're picking randomly, just like we are. But if they have the ability to count tiles, which again, there are not that many of us humans that really do that. Although I do know one gal that had posted that she can do that. So 6, 7, 8, 9, which I was going to, one of my options. And then Amistad, line 1 of Winds and Dragons. Oh, he was set. And Kurt, line 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow. Well, I'm going to try one more game before I need, well, no, it's only 7. I thought it was I thought that was a different time. So let's start again. Oh, congratulations, Annie. I don't want to forget. Be a very humble winner.
First Charleston.
All right. Well, this looks more like my hand. No jokers. Okay. So we're going to start with our pair of 5s. And I'm going to say what's on the left side of the card, knowing those categories, which I recommend every beginner know, like be able to just recite the category headings at least, like numbers with 5s, and that means I would keep my dragon as well. And what else do we have with 5s? With 5s, we have a lot of 1, 3s, and 5s here, like tons of them. So the singles and pairs hand for that is not the best hand this year, for sure. But I've got tons of 1, 3, 3, 5s. Yeah, Deb, I just said I don't like the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 hand this year because of the fact that it's that all one suit and pairs drives me nuts. So that would be a challenge. So we can do this and this, and let's see what our backup will be. So I always think in terms of maybe the 2 suits. Hong Kong. So line 2 on the low end odd side. 1, 3, 3, 5. Let's see if there's something else. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5 would be 7 and 9. We'd have to keep that 7. Not thrilled about that. But what do I pass? What do I pass? The red? Give up the red, keep everything else. Ay. 1, 3, 3, 5, 1, 3. I mean, I guess I have to right now. I don't want to. Oh no. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Yeah, Jackie, I don't know if you are looking at the chat, but Debbie also suggested it, and I was talking about it just prior to Debbie suggesting it, that I'm not a fan of it this year, that hand, because of the fact that there's all those pairs in one suit. Like I would have preferred a 1-3-5, like they had it split in one suit, and then 5-7-9 in another. So I'm not loving it, but I want to keep in mind like numbers with fives. And so if I do that, what would make the most sense to get rid of here if I do want to keep an eye on the 1-3-5-7-9? Oh, because 1-3-5, I've got that much, and I've got the fives. So maybe one of these to start. Oh, I just don't want to get rid of that. Oh my God, is there a right? Is there a wrong? I have no clue. When it comes to this stuff, it's just sometimes you have to go with your gut. So, I do see 1-3 crack and 3 bam, 5 bam right here. Right there, the pung kong. Like numbers still. I mean, a concealed hand, for me, it would have to be 1-3-5-7-9, probably in bams. Because I've got those pairs. I don't know. I just don't know. Well, this is a blind pass, so. Oh, Debbie said she meant 1-3-5-7-9 category. Oh yeah, well, that's for sure. Let's do the blind pass and see what happens. Now I have this. Yes, I'm going to
Second
continue.
Charleston.
So let's see. 1-3, 1-3, 1-3-5. Even the bottom concealed hand is not the best way that I'm doing this here. Which one of these? Keep this one or keep them both and look at line 1 of any like numbers, which was like my very first thought. And then if I have the 3s and 5s, I pick up 1-bams. I could do 1-3-5 with the greens, or 1-3-5s with the opposite dragons. Maybe that gives me a little bit more flexibility, but I have no clue. I'm hoping and praying. Oh, lovely. I got these back again, and I gave a 3 out. So it's not fun. But I think I'm gonna try that. All righty, I got a 5. Let's see. 1-3-3-5. I did pass a 3 out. Dangerous to get it out again. I know there were 3 dots out as well. I want to maximize what I get out. Oh, golly.
Courtesy pass.
Sometimes it's just not. There's no really good answer. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 here.
Four dot.
And look at that. Wow. Oh, I definitely am not going for singles and pairs, and I just kind of veered completely away from that 1-3-5-7-9. And knowing what was past, that 9's definitely got to go. I was left with a 1 and a 2, so we'll get these all out early. So we'll just start.
1 crack. Flour. Soap. 3 bam. 2 dot. 9 dot.
Here goes
1
one of them.
dot. 8 crack.
All righty, so 4 bam's not out, 9 cracks not out. We'll do that.
4 bam. 3 dot. 3 dot. 3 crack.
Golly, I wish. I always want to protect the pair. And this guy, really, this is how it should be right here. Because that would make the most sense to protect the pair. But let's see what happens. Oh,
9 crack, south. 1 crack. 3 dot.
who knows? Maybe it'll be line. That was good. Line number 3, the concealed hand, maybe 2. We just don't know.
9 dot. 8 dot. North.
I have no
North.
jokers. Did anybody notice?
6 crack.
Or am I the only
crack.
one who noticed that?
1 dot. 4 dot. 9 crack. Flower. Call. 7 crack.
A flower. It's going to get scoffed up. So do I grab it to add it to here and hope I get another flower or not? This is such an advanced strategic thought right now. I want my expert players to rein in on this, please. If I don't take that joker, it's going to be taken right away. Do I risk?
Take it.
Do I risk trying to get another flower? If I take it for line 1, I only need one more good pick for that 5 crack position to call it. Unless I get the 5 crack, or if I get soaps or something. Concealed like numbers also, yes. I don't know if we're like missing each other, but we keep saying the same thing. But yeah, the concealed like numbers as well. And Debbie said, don't call it. I've only got 2 votes on that, guys. Would you take it? Agnes said, take it.
Take it.
Instructor, Randy said, take it. Jackie said, do not call it. Phyllis says, no. Don't take the flower. Damn. Nancy says, no. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought to call it. Well, I'm not calling it. I would be doing a joker exchange here. There's 3 more. 3 more what? iPad said no. There's 3 more. 3, 4, 5. Oh, 3 more. 3, 4, 5. 3 more flowers left. Yeah, that's true. Flowers. Yeah, okay, I hear everybody, and I kind of, as much as I want to take it, that's true. There are only 3 more left. So I'm going to let it go. Oh my God. Damn, it's going to get taken right away. Watch this.
8 crack. 3 crack. 6 dot. 6 crack.
Didn't get taken a whole turn. That's amazing.
9 bam. 3 crack. 8 dot. 8 bam.
I just want one
2
good
dot.
pick.
1 crack. 8 dot. 7 crack.
There's my one good pick. Wow. Now the question becomes, do I use that for my pair and call this and this and hope I get a soap? I don't know. I'm going to be,
5 dot for this pair.
well, yeah, I was doing that to save it, right? But if I did it the other way, then I could call the 5 dot, the 5 bam, and be set to call. But that's risky. So really protecting the pair is more important. Oh God, dump the 3s. Of course, I don't need the 3s. I was just hemming and hawing over here.
9 dot.
Oh, 1 bams. Did I? Oh, this is going to get called. I think I passed a few of these, broke these up during the Charleston, I think.
1 bam.
No.
Green. 4 bam. 1 bam.
East. This is going to get called because remember all
East.
those wins? No?
8 crack.
What?
9 crack.
Maybe that was the last
8
game
bam.
I'm thinking of. Okay.
3 bam, east,
Now, this is the way I should be going if I want to be smart, obviously. Because I don't have that soap. But if I called the 5 dot and discarded this, I'd be on call for the soap, but it still would be risky if somebody else is playing with them.
north, 4 dot,
You guys are going to be taking a vote again soon.
7
I'm
crack,
put in that
1
predicament.
crack, 4 crack, joker swap, north,
1 dot. Joker
1 dot.
swap.
flower, 6 dot, 1 bam, 9 bam, 2 crack,
Now we're entering the end game. Almost 33 tiles will be the
5
end
dot.
game here. Okay. I call the 5 dot for my Kong and discard the red, then the soap is my Mahjong tile. If I ignore that 5, I have to rely on calling both the 5 bam and the 5 crack. My feeling would be to call this 5 dot and be set. So give me a vote, you guys. I'd love to hear
I
what,
say call.
how many people. Let me see all those chats come in. Call, no, call, no, call, no. I got 1 call, 2 call, 3 call, 4 call. Woo, I think I'm gonna call it. No reds are out. Well, I see that, but no, there's 1 red out. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna call it and then I'll be set for the soap for Mahjong. Oh, okay, I see a few. Jane on YouTube said no, and Karen Finkel's been very frustrated playing against the bots with this card. Yeah, everybody kind of is experiencing the same thing, Karen, but again, they do assure me that it's random picking. I just think that the bots have the ability to count the tiles. Okay, Kong, let me get my head straight here.
call,
And now I discard the red and I am set to call Mahjong
7
on the
bam.
soap.
6 bam, call, west, call, 2 bam, 4 bam,
So what's been happening is I've also been sitting like this set and somebody else, one of the bots gets Mahjong before me. So
east, call, 5 crack, 2 crack,
okay, I don't need that.
green, 3 dot, 8 dot, south, 9 crack, 2 bam, 5 bam,
Now I could call this and discard the joker to be jokerless. What would you guys do in this particular case? Are the bots smart enough to hold my soap if I do that? Probably, but then they can't make Mahjong, right? Would you take a chance? I have a do not call. I have another do not call. Anybody else want to weigh in? To go jokerless? Do not call? No? Okay, I'm ignoring it. You guys convinced me not to go jokerless. I would tend to want to take a risk, but with all that's going on and as hot as they are,
9 dot, 3 bam, 7 crack, flower, south, 6 crack, south,
15,
8
14
crack,
tiles left.
mahjong,
Oh my goodness. Talk about frustrating. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's look and see what was left in the wall. Look where that is. You have to think, how random can it be? Like that's there, but I know it's random. And of course, I had a partner here, 789 with the opposite dragons. Oh my God. That is like, oh, frustrating. Very frustrating. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the consecutive run line 4. East and west with like numbers, and Annie was set on that. Very nice. Very nice. And congratulations, Kurt. You did it again. Oh my goodness. I got really close. I
First
got to make
Charleston.
one mahjong, but look, no jokers tonight. This is really, really, really frustrating. Okay, let's start with our pairs. Flowers, I've got 8s. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Nancy said, good job, Debbie. Yeah, good job that I got that close, but I can't get a mahjong. All right, so I do see 7, 8, 9 or 6, 7, 8 mixed suit run here. Maybe 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, the concealed bottom hand. I don't know, maybe. Like numbers, I have a little bit with 7s. I'll hold that red because I just don't know if I'm going to use it at all. 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Let's see. We'll keep that 5 and the 6. I guess I'll do this. See what happens. 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 through 9. Oh Lord. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. So 6, 7, 8 right here. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 bottom concealed hand. Very pretty. Right there, very pretty. I do need to worry about that 7 crack pair, but that is a pretty hand. And it's there. And I got to pass 3 tiles. Floating pair. What are you referring to? Second from the bottom consecutive run, Jane? I haven't heard the floating term. Because the 8 here would be the best, because I don't know if it would be the best. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8s. I don't know. At this point, it doesn't matter. I've got to break it up. Oh, I've never heard of a floating, but what's the floating pair? Is that for that second from the bottom hand? Enlighten me on the floating pair. I would assume it's the second from the bottom. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to choose this instead. Okay, this is very pretty. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, now I am going to have to stop the Charleston, you guys. I'm going to do a first left, and I could get rid of the red so I can maximize my chances, but this is a very, very pretty hand. Yeah, I get about the floating pair, Deb. It just, I'd never heard it before, so, you know. So I guess she coined that term, but anyway, that's okay. So here we go. Pass. And I don't have 3 tiles to pass, so I'm going to stop the Charleston.
Charleston stop, courtesy pass.
And I'm going to do 2. Now, in person, nobody would take 2 tiles from me if I stopped it, but the computer does not refuse them. So I'm going to get rid of them. Oh, he said no. I guess I was wrong. That's interesting. I got to ask Julie and Philippe about that one. Wow. Okay.
7 bam, east, call, so.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if Kurt stopped it also, or he declined my 2, because in person, no one would take my 2. That's why I was
9
wondering.
bam, 5 crack. 2 crack. 4 crack.
Oh, I don't need that. That's for sure. Oh, Debbie said in optional mode, in advanced mode, they refuse optional if one stops. So that's what happened. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
9 crack. 3 bam. 2 dot. Red.
Too bad. It's in the pair position.
7 crack. 3 dot. 8 bam. 3 bam. North. 6 crack. 4 dot. 8 dot.
Unreal, right? Why wasn't I
1
set?
crack. 7 bam. 8 bam. 3 dot.
Wow. Wowee. Wowee.
Flower. 4 crack. 5 bam. 6 dot. South. 2 crack. 8
Now
bam.
Kurt has a Kong of east up, and that could be line 1 or line 6. And he's not calling those souths right now, so we'll see.
2 bam.
He could have his pair. No, it would be a pung for line 1.
1 bam. 1 dot. 7 dot. 7 bam. 1 bam.
Guess I should get that
Red.
flower out.
7 bam. 8 crack.
Oh my God, both the ones that I needed, the 8 dot and the 8 crack. I'm not ready. Now I am.
Flower. Call. 1 bam.
Oh, now you call it. Couldn't have called my first one?
1 dot.
Amistad. Really?
8 bam.
Now I'll take it.
Joker swap.
Okay. I want everybody to unmute and scream. I'm only kidding. Okay, so we've got the concealed hand, consecutive bottom hand, single 6, a pair of 7s, a pung of 8s, repeated by the same pattern, a single 6, a pair of 7s, and a pung of 8s. And I finally got one
Mahjong.
freaking Mahjong.
Woohoo!
Oh, I heard that.
Yay!
Oh, God. Gee. Like pulling teeth. Annie had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but far from it. That was consecutive run line 4. Amistad was playing consecutive run line 4 as well, but like really far from it. And Winds and Dragons line 1 for Kurt, so he was not ready to call those souths. That's an example of why we get fresh tiles out early. He was not able to call 2 of them. So you just keep making it harder for your players. So, I mean, your opponents. So we can do, I got a couple shout outs on YouTube as well. So let's start one more
First
game. We'll do
Charleston.
one more game. Okay, I have no multiples, but I have jokers. So let's see what we want to do here. I've got 3 like numbers and 7s. And I've got a ton of 7, 8, 9 stuff going on. even 5779. So I can keep all of that. So I have odds. No. Got to pass something. So I know I'm going to do those two. Which of these should I keep, if any reason to keep it? Flower 13579. I guess the one, if I'm thinking about line 5 on the right side, I could keep the 1 and the 5. We'll see. Well, I'm keeping the 5 anyway. Let's see what happens. Oh, golly, golly, golly. Well, I don't want that. And I don't want that. Oh, I don't want to get rid of this. So I guess I'm going to do this. We'll see. All right, I got a 7. I got a green. So my like numbers with 7s is improving here. If I want to keep something in either the 5779 or the run, I could keep the 5 for 5-7 dot and 7-9 bam for my pung kong to keep me a little bit safe here or have a backup. 7, 8, 9. I am not doing 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 again, but it certainly looks like it could be, right? This is a first left. Maybe I'll keep the 9. Let's just see what happens here. Oh, gee. Oh, gee. 7, 9. I would like, 5, 7, 7, 9. Oof. This is a real toughie. I have to continue because I don't have one hand. So the question becomes, what do I keep? I wish those 9s were on the opposite side of, where it was like where I had 5 dams, but I do have 2 jokers. So 5 bam, 7 bam, 7 dot, 9 dot, probably a little smarter to keep. Maybe, maybe not.
Second Charleston.
I don't know. Now I can't do that because now I'm getting rid of my, wait a minute, no, 5779. No, I'm okay. I got nervous for a second. I thought I knew what I was talking about, but then I was like, no, I don't think I do.
Courtesy pass.
3.
7 bam.
Oh, I got the 9 back and the 5 back. And we have a 7, and it's way too early to call right now. Way, way too early.
1 crack. 2 crack.
Should I have considered east-west? No, because I have odds, so that would be not good.
West. 6 dot.
Line 6, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 says Debbie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 7, 9 with the dragons. That's definitely a good choice. Yes, we'll keep an eye on that
North.
too. Since we're keeping 5, 7, 7, 9 opened anyway, we'll try as long as we can. Flower.
West. North. 3 bam. So
Can we make something out of nothing? Can we? We need to do this.
3 crack. 9 dot.
Oh, way too early to call. Oh my God.
5 bam. 7 bam.
Jeez, that's the 4th 7 bam. Darn, darn, darn. Line 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 5, 7, 9 dragons. Paul, Debbie, what am I calling it for? Line 6 when I'm depending on 2 pairs for dragons? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Debbie said never mind. This is a terrible predicament when your fourth tile goes out, because even if I were to think of 5, 7, bam, 7, 9 dot, that 7 is in a Kong position. I have to call 4 of them. This is not, nope, I can't call it. I mean, that is the worst
8 bam.
position, but that's why fresh tiles are to go out early.
5 dot.
Just exactly for that reason. 5, 7, 9. It's way too early for anything. I'm just really frustrated. I feel like I'm missing something. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 7, 9. I don't know. You see anything I see that makes more sense? I mean, I'm not sure if I should. There's 1 9 bam out, 2 7 bams out. Whether I should go this way instead for like numbers, because I got a little bit of a better shot. He's in the air position for line 1, but I always keep track of all 3 of those hands. And yeah, I'm in a really predicament. Anybody have any suggestion? I'm thinking that if I still keep the 7 and 9 dot, if I get 5 B, I know there's 1 5 bam that went out, but 5 7, at least the 5 is pung position. 5 7 7 9 is a backup. I guess I'm going to get rid of the 5 dot. I just don't know. Anybody sees anything that I'm missing? Please help me. Ooh, this is ugly.
5 dot.
Nobody's helping
7
me.
crack.
Oh, God.
8 dot. 2 crack.
Not even fair. 7 8 9. 7 8 9. Should I switch over completely and do a crazy thing? No, I don't have any pairs. 7. I know I'm not
8
doing it.
bam.
I'm just
4 crack.
babbling, trying to
2
find
crack.
anything back
7.
up that will help me. 6 7. 6 7. 6 7 now.
6 bam. 3 bam. 3 crack. North.
5 7 7 9. 5 7 7 9. There's 2 7 bams out. Maybe I need to go that way. I don't know. I'm really I'm trying to look at a backup to any like numbers right now. And I don't, if I keep the 7, I need to cover that with a joker for that. Actually, it would be a Kong position, so it would not make sense. No, I'm sorry, it would for 5 7 7 9, but not for 5 bam 7 bam 7 dot 9 dot. I think I'm going to get rid of these and keep the other things right now. I don't know what to do.
7 bam.
Nobody's
1
helping
bam.
me right now.
1 dot. 1 dot. 1 crack. Green. 9 crack. Call. 3 dot.
Oh man, now I can do a joker swap.
Call. 2 bam.
We'll do it
8
anyway.
bam.
Of course. We'll do it anyway, because no matter where I need it, it could be a joker. So we'll do our joker
Joker
swap.
swap. West Mah Jongg.
Oh, you guys have witnessed this tonight. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I know your name is Brenda instead of iPad. Thank you. Good night. Um, okay, so you guys have witnessed this, right? Is it my imagination that they are being this tough? Literally? And I just got another Joker, which would have given me some power. But man, I mean, it's just tough. I'm going to see if I had done that 5, 7, 7, 9, how that would have looked. 5, 7. Not bad. Not bad, but not good. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That was line 5. Very nice. Congratulations, Amistad. And Annie was playing consecutive run line 2, Pung Kong. Pung Kong, still very far away. Kurt was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line 6. And that was with the 8s that have to be the pair of 8s, but wow, way far away. So I guess I had a little bit of a shot, but not really. I mean, I'm going to just call it a night. I won one game. So I'm very happy. Yay, I won one game. I know the bot, Agnes says the bots seem tougher this year. Perhaps they learn the card all at once and we can't. Well, yeah, the strategy is certainly built in. It's all coded into the game, but the picking is definitely random. And the only thing I could think of that they have that would be an advancement over the human mind is being able to really count the tiles, like you can, like people that count cards. So, we have the ability to do some of that when we're keeping track of what our tiles have gone out, but keeping track of everybody's tiles, how many went out for Kurt and how many went out for the other bot. I mean, I know, like I said, I know one girl that says she can do that and she wins a lot. And after a year playing as a beginner, she won the first place prize at a huge tournament. Somebody said the other day when I told them, they said she wouldn't be allowed in Vegas. If they recognize that somebody's counting cards, you're out of there. I didn't know any of that, really. I mean, I'm not a gambler, but I had no idea. We come to another Wednesday night skill building night. Even if I didn't mahjong, I hope you definitely learned from what's going on here. Definitely a lot of forming the hands and the tiles and making sure that you get into keeping track of as many first categories that you can, and then eventually getting into one category, and within the category, several hands until finally you hopefully can get to one hand and not stay frustrated the whole time. But that's okay. It's all fun, and that's what it's all about. So good night, everybody, and thank you all for joining and being here tonight, and I'll see you all soon. Until I see you again, practice, 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 and be well.